Hey guys, it's your girl Leslie, and welcome to my channel. So hey guys, this is the second time I'm making this video. Am I annoyed? Just a little bit, but it's okay. It was actually my fault anyway. Complications happened. Like, the video was perfectly fine, and I messed it up somehow, and I can't get it back to how it was. Makes me upset, but that is okay because this is a simple story to read, so it doesn't annoy me as much as what I did with the other stories. Oh my gosh. But it's okay, y'all. Anyway, there's gonna be some videos after me reading this. It will include the last part. If you have watched my other video, the latest video before this one, the last part of those parts, part 6, and then the randomized video of me being a dumbass. But if you guys want a short ass summary and whatnot, and are just too lazy to go back to the previous video, which same here, period. Basically, I got a new fish. His name is let me clear my throat. Lord Jalapeno the First, or the Third. Yeah, he's a half-moon king betta fish, which means he's basically way bigger than Yuki. And don't worry, Yuki is still alive and well. And yes, before you ask, they are in separate tanks, very far apart, might I say. This is what he looks like, by the way. He's a motherfucking cutie patootie, y'all. But anyway, let's get straight into the story because it's pretty chill, in all honesty. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, warning, swearing, basic, whatever. I'm pretty sure everything has warning. At this point, you didn't even put warnings for the other one. They had plenty of swearing words. Excuse me. Okay. Life went to shit. I used to be a normal teenage person with a loving family and life. But that was so much time ago. I had a younger brother. His name was Asshole. He was around 3 years younger than me. Mom and Dad usually had fights, and I didn't like it. But I thought it was just a normal fight, but it would end up okay in the end. It never did. They had to break up for reasons they never told us. Mom wanted to take us both with her while she moved to a new house. But as much as I lived with Mom and Asshole, I refused to leave my father. It was a very bad decision for me. Well, horrid decision, whatever. It was still bad either way. It drove me to depression and anxiety, but I managed to force my mom to let me stay with Dad. Bad decisions. Luckily, she did leave me to stay with him, which he was very glad. He always thanked me for not leaving him alone. You should have left him alone. Anyways, girl, talk to you later. Anyways, the first time was hard and depressed. What? The first time was hard and depressed. Oh my goodness, I realized how bad all these words. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to try to rewrite this. Okay. Okay. Anyways, the first time was hard, knowing that our family had been separated. But luckily, I managed to see Mom and Asshole every Sunday. As for me with Dad, it was kind of nice being just the two of us. We would go out together and spend time just the two of us. Life wasn't perfect, but I learned to live with it, and it turned out great over the time. But that's when the whole thing started to change. Mom had found a new husband, and I didn't have time to see them often. I would only see them about 5 times a month, or maybe less. But Dad also found a new woman he loved. She had black colored curly hair, green eyes, and she would usually wear anything in fashion. My first impression of her was great. Her personality was great, and she told me that she had a daughter my age. Christiana was her name. When Dad said that they would be living with us from now on, it gave me a bittersweet feeling. Sure, I would like to know that I would have a new stepsister and new people living with us, which would make things less boring. But at the same time, it gave me a sad feeling, thinking that Dad had to leave Mom an asshole for another woman. As nice as she could be, I could never replace my mom an asshole with other people, even if they weren't the best people. But I decided to let that slide and enjoy my new life. Christiana was also into fashion. Her hair was long, straight, and blonde, and her eyes were the same color as her mother's. She seemed like a nice and shy girl at first. Things were a bit awkward, especially at the times we had to eat together. We would make some small talks, but nothing more, nothing less. That's when I found out how sick and bitchy they really were. I started listening to both of them talking to their phones with these slutty voices. But not only were they talking about boys, boobs, and beauty and shit, they were also making fun of me and my looks. They were saying how much they disliked me and how poorly I was looking. It made me furious. I discussed about this with my dad many times, but he would not believe me, which, again, bad decisions. He always thought that I was trying to separate him and them, thinking that I didn't want to be living with other people. He told me that everything would be fine and I could prove them wrong. I tried to show them that I wasn't what they were thinking of me, but they would never realize that. They were acting sweet and innocent in front of me, but the thought of them that they were making fun of me behind my back couldn't make me think positive of them, even if I was smiling and pretending I had no idea. But things got a lot worse. Dad had a car crash while going to work, and he was in a coma, leaving me alone with that woman, who is my stepmother now, and Christiana. Like hell I would stay there with them for the rest of my life. I tried calling and talking to Mom and asshole, but they never picked up. I messaged them, but there was no sign of them. They never read my messages. I was worried and alone. My whole family was away, and I was stuck with my stepsister and stepmother. I didn't want to live with them. I felt unsafe and uneasy with them. I just wanted to go back with Mom and asshole. I just wanted a happy life, only with Dad, Mom, and asshole and I. But things went too far with my stepmother and Christiana. Not long after my dad went to the hospital, my stepmother would always put the blame on me, on everything I did. Christiana would make fun of me and laugh or pull awful pranks behind my back. She would upload many embarrassing photos and things about me. Here's what I would suggest before I continue. I believe the product is called Nara. Put that in her shampoo bottle or her conditioners. I believe Nara makes you lose hair, and you use it to basically put on your legs and you lose all the hair. Do it. Put it in that shampoo bottle. Let's see who she gonna be laughing at in a couple days when that hair is all gone and all you can see is that bald ass peanut ass head. Continuing. Of course, I put some fights with Christiana. A bruised eye or a cut was left on her, on the oh so beautiful face. But I would get 10 times more beating than her from her mother. Excuse me, my nose is stuffed. Of course I put many fights. I couldn't just sit there helplessly letting them do whatever they wanted. Well, how old are you, sweetie? Are you like close to 18? Then you should be able to leave. I would lock myself in my room and try to be as away from them as possible. Apology ends. That's my life now. trying to avoid my stepmother and stepsister while I'm waiting for the doctors to bring back the good news that he woke up and that he'll be fine and I'll get to leave this place forever and for his mom and dad to get back together and blah blah blah. Sounds awesome, right? Hell no. You know how many problems you can create? No. Just like almost every day, I was locked inside my bedroom. Moms or Christiana would punch my door and yell at me that they would hurt me or would call me awful things. I always wanted to yell, "Fuck you," at the top of my lungs, but I didn't want to end up with more bruises. I had enough. I sighed at the 99 plus unread messages I sent to Mom. Oh, Mom, I miss you. 99? Your mom literally don't give a fuck, bro. She's like, I don't give a fuck, Keisha. I feel bad for you, girl. But then again, it was your stupid ass decision. But whatever. You didn't know. I got up. I got dressed in a black hoodie that said Mon Amour. I think that's in French. On the hoodie's chest in French C with calligraphic soft pink letters. I wore my favorite leggings/jeans and my athletic shoes. I wore black fingerless gloves and anything else I wanted. I opened my window and jumped through it, wanting to get some fresh air, plus to get away from them. It was 8:51 p.m., and it was awfully dark, yet peacefully silent. I just wandered on the trees like a lost person. I wore my favorite colored headphones, took my phone, and put music. I played a random song on the phone. Okay, y'all gonna have to, put a random ass song while I read this, okay? Y'all ready? Okay. This song really reminded me of my life right now. That's why I loved listening to it. I took a deep breath while closing my eyes, before continuing to walk to nowhere. I look around me, feeling as if there was someone following me, but there was no one. I found myself humming along with the song, a little smile forming on my lips. I liked the feeling. I like feeling free. I just wish that, I wouldn't be alone. Someone who could be there for me, holding my shoulder, telling me that I'm not alone. Anyone. I couldn't help but feel like someone was watching me. It was probably just my idea. But it felt... Never mind. I heard a snap behind me, making me throw my headphones, gasp, and turn behind me. But nobody was there. I remained frozen. Someone was there with me. I turned and started to run. I didn't like this feeling of being watched and followed. I wasn't a very fast runner, but it was fast enough to get me out of there from less than 3 minutes. Well, less than a minute. I'd be faster. I'd be out of there in 1.1 millisecond. When I stopped, I was far away. I took a few deep breaths before looking around to see if there was any sign of someone following us, which fortunately, there wasn't. With a deep exhale, I continued walking. Alone. Last night I didn't return home. I didn't feel like going back there with them. So I decided to sleep on a tree. I can't say it was the best sleep I've ever had, but it was peaceful though. It wasn't warm and cozy like my fuzzy blankets, but hey, I had bugs to keep me company, so it wasn't as bad, right? Bitch, you better be fucking playing with me. I will never touch you ever again. I woke up with the beautiful sun greeting my face, and let's not talk about the pain on the back of my neck. With a loud exhale and inhale and exhale, I grabbed an apple from the tree and made my way down to the ground. I stretched my body and started walking while eating the apple. When I tried to return home, they didn't accept me for leaving and not coming back, so they locked me outside for 2 days. Oh well, I didn't want to go back there anyways. Raindrops fell on my nose. It was cold and very rainy today. I was hungry and I was trying to find a shelter under the big tree I slept in. I sat on the cold ground and hugged my knees close to my chest. I put my headphones on and started humming a song. The feeling of somebody watching me was back. It was probably my stupid paranoia, but it was very uncomfortable. Everything was silent when a hand was placed on my shoulder, making me freeze. I slowly turned behind me to look. A blue mask and a blue eyeless mask. Who are you? I guessed as the mask I guessed as that mask stared at me. This person didn't seem normal. He had grayish skin, and it wasn't a very natural thing for anyone to walk around with a mask, scaring people. Girl, have you been in 2016 during Halloween? They're practically killing them people too. The real ones know what I'm saying. Do you need any help? You're the one who needs help, he said in a lower voice. What? Sorry, y'all. I saw an ant on my arm, and I got scared real motherfucking quick. So yeah. Ant was giving me motherfucking goosebumps. Sorry, y'all. Anyways, continuing. What? He reached out to my face, but I pushed him backwards. He stood his ground and charged at me, knocking me down on the ground as I yelped and tried to push him off of me. Leave me alone! Someone help! Quiet! I'm only here to help, he said as he blocked my arms and legs from moving. With one hand, he took out a black cloth and forcibly covered my mouth and nose. I struggled to pull away, with no results. Calm down, I'm only trying to take care of you. Now, stay still and relax. I suddenly opened my eyes to find myself lying against the wall, with a bandage covering parts of my body. I took notice that the same man with the mask was holding my arm and taking care of my wounds and bruises. He looked at me, then continued to heal me. Those people hurt you a lot. Your beautiful body didn't deserve any of this, he said with a depressed sigh. I just stared at him with emotions of confusion, shookenness, and many others. Why are you... I started but never finished my sentence. He looked up at me as he finished bandaging my arm. Because innocent people like you do not deserve this. A part of me wanted to laugh. He looked like a serial killer or something. Look, why would he care for someone especially like me? Look, I know you're confused, but you really remind me of someone I used to love a long time ago. I found in confusion and interest. He sighed. A long time ago, there was a girl. She looked just like you, except she was a tad bit shorter. She had a tad bit shorter of hair, and she was a bit chubbier. I used to like her a lot. I adored her. Not only because of her looks, but I liked her personality. That was when I was normal. I wanted to confess to her, but I had already seen her with another man. This broke my heart, but I was happy when I heard that she eventually broke up with him. So, I got the chance to confess to her, and she accepted me. I was so happy until 2 months later. She told me that I was nothing but a freak to her because of my eye problems, and she broke up with me and found another man. That man was my bully. Anyway, long story short, he paused. Never mind that. When I see you, I dislike you because you remind me of her, but at the same time my heart broke, and it was as if she was reborn into a more beautiful version of her. But when I saw what those idiots did to you, I decided that I would get you this time. Perla, I found you. and I'm never gonna let you go, my love," he said, his voice filled with love as he got closer. Excuse me, girl. Excuse me, but I'm not this Perla of yours." He giggled. "I know. You're the fuck you pop up, man. You ain't Perla. The fool?" Anyway, an helpless version of her, YN. "This time, I won't kill you and I won't let you go for sure, baby person," he said as he placed his hand on my cheek. Leave me. Everything's alright now, love." Mm-hmm. He chuckled as he hugged me close to him. "Let me take care of you, baby." Alright, well that was motherfucking long as fuck. Okay, I don't even know what to say except, bruh. I don't even know what to say. All I gotta say is, number one, I got so many goosebumps from one little fucking ant. Oh my goodness, I'm getting even more goosebumps. Like, now just thinking about it. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't like ants. And, yeah, it's just nasty. I'm gonna go ahead and put some stuff around my room to prevent them from coming. Or actually make them come. Eat something that might taste good to them, but when they go back to wherever the fuck they came from, they kill everyone, because what I just fed them is something that can kill them and their whole fucking tribe. So, yeah. This is perfect. Anyway, I'm honestly surprised I don't even have to put warnings on this video. I don't think I will have to, because it doesn't mention too specific amount of things, which is good. Less for me to edit. Yay! Also, y'all, I know y'all won't believe me. I know y'all won't. Some of y'all might believe me. But y'all play Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch or Nintendo Lite? Bruh. I literally encountered a ghost in Animal Crossing. Don't believe me? There is the evidence. Watch the video. Bruh. I literally encountered a ghost. Did you encounter a ghost? Like, bruh, for real. And I helped him and he gave me something, so yeah. I mean, it can give you something expensive or something that's new that you don't have. See? I provided y'all evidence, period. I knew y'all probably gonna be like, y'all, a ghost? I didn't know there was a ghost. There's your evidence, people. There's your evidence. And I encountered him again today. Mm-hmm. Sir. Anyways, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing videos, y'all. 6 of Los Jalapenos, the third. Finally. Anywho, we finally got his water filter, his light, and cartridges. They both use the same cartridges, by the way, so this is just way more easier. I personally couldn't find the lights, the exact light that I had with that tank, but this one will do. This one will definitely do, because it changes colors and I like that. Yeah. I didn't exactly buy the same light that Yuki has, because it doesn't really have anything to hold it. But that's okay. He still got one, doesn't he? Now let's assemble this in there. Okay, I took them apart. This is what it looked like. It is basically the same water filter as he has. Okay, let's put it in there now. All that weird, hardy, worky, whatever. Finished it, people! I had to add another thing on top of this so both of them can be plugged in. But look how gorgeous. Like, period, right? Do you like it, jalapeno? Y'all know what time it is! Woo! No, wrong thing. Oh, shit. I cut it open.
Oh my goodness! It's Britney Spears. Oh yeah! Period! Wow, that smells like burnt tissue. Oh my goodness! Ah! It's Britney Spears, bitch.
Oh my goodness.